Welcome to Creative Living, where we help you live your most creative life. I'm Jane Manzuris, and it is the most wonderful time of the year. And no, I'm not talking about the holidays. The kids are going back to school. We've got some great ways for you to ease back in. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show. A field trip to a beloved general store in the heart of Wisconsin. We learn how to make some easy after-school snacks, no cooking required. And a lesson in making friendship bracelets with a lot of bling. That and so much more on this episode of Creative Living. We are here with nutritionist and author Patty Milligan to talk about healthy eating habits for your kids as they go back to school. Patty, I know we're excited for the kids to go back to school, but we also want them to be taken care of and be healthy. What are some basic healthy eating habits that we should remember?
Yes, I love this.
Yeah.
One is, let's not forget the taste buds within our kids. If you can make variety around taste and texture, you will get compliance with healthy eating.
How important is it to have them start early with their healthy eating habits?
Well, we find out that how the brain is wired, that the connection of this brain with this brain and the taste buds are linked for a lifetime. So the earlier you can start, the longer lasting it really is.
Right, so if they like peas when they're little, they're going to like peas when they get bigger.
Yes.
Or, peas or whatever else they have going on.
You're right.
We're at school and the kids are eating healthy there. We're trying to implement that. How can the parents sort of help them along, or maybe even some tricks of the trade for when the kids get home, they go, I want a cookie?
I just love that. One is, let's not put a lot of judgment on food, so call it growing food and celebration food. And so the idea is every week you could sit down with a family meeting and say, let's pick your growing foods for the week, and then what are your celebration foods? And then it already sets up in their mind that there's not good or bad food, there's just food that helps me grow and food that I can celebrate with. And let's not flip it, have more celebration food than growing food, but kids get that.
Yeah, that's good. So you're not really making it a secret, you're celebrating all of it. You're like, this is good
Exactly.
for you and this is what we eat when we're happy and celebrating and so forth and so on. I love
Exactly.
that. You wrote a book with your son.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Well, his class at that time, the teacher said, we're putting in a garden and we really would like to instill, just as you mentioned, healthy eating habits, but how can we do it? And so I came home and my son Riley said, Mom, don't make it boring. He goes, don't make it an outline and stuff. So we decided that the teaching that we usually love is through stories. So Shirley Unusual's unusual because she likes vegetables.
Oh.
And then through the stories, she goes through and teaches her classmates the connection of healthy eating and vitality and growing a garden. And so now she's not unusual. All the kids love vegetables. So we find that she becomes their teacher. So it's not their teacher or a parent telling them to eat healthy.
Yeah.
It's the peer.
What was the kids' response to the book?
Yes, well, I'm proud to say that we actually did a clinical study on it to really find out whether or not it facilitated changing at home, right?
Yeah.
And what we found out is they now call it very clinical, peer-to-peer learning. And when children learn something from a peer, they come home and they're the leaders of their family. So we would hear from parents that would say, oh my gosh, Johnny or Sally would come home and they would say, Mom, there's not enough fruits and vegetables on my plate. And so the parents were really excited that it wasn't that they had to force, it was the child said, hey, let's bring more colors into our plate.
And then there is a community outreach part of the book as well.
Right.
I love this.
We said, purchase of the book only goes to funding gardens. And so people, if they want a garden with their school, can also utilize the book for that as a fundraiser.
And what a great way to get outdoors too for the kids.
Oh, heavens, yeah.
Create a garden. I love this. Okay,
Yes.
Patty, you're going to be back with us in a little bit. Patty has got some great healthy eating habits and some ideas that your kids are going to love. Time for a field trip to an iconic general store. For more than 50 years, this Ben Franklin has been getting top marks for its cornucopia of crafting supplies. Let's go check it out. If you're a DIY crafter, your summer road trips may be filled with finding the most unique craft stores. Well, one destination to put on your list is this Ben Franklin Crafts in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. I am so excited to be here at Ben Franklin Crafts.
We have a wow factor, and it's just throughout the store. It opened in 1973. When anyone hears, oh, there's a Ben Franklin store, I have to go stop. It brings back such great memories, and I think that's what keeps everyone coming back from any distance.
As one of the last independently owned craft stores in the country, it's still bursting with tons of eclectic goodies.
I think we can react to some really unique items a lot easier because we are independently owned. It's amazing. So there's just so much we have to offer.
Aprons, t-shirts, hats, iron-on art. Oh, this is awesome.
Well, here at Ben Franklin, we specialize in having an awesome quilt shop, floral shop. We have hobbies, something for men and boys. We have a great craft area with kids crafts, scrapbooking, yarn, awesome custom frame shop. We have stationery, party supplies. Our customers ask for it, we listen to them, and we made it happen.
Looking for the glue. Have you seen the glue aisle? Hi, do you know where the glue aisle is?
Sure, come on, let me show you. We have specialized customer service that we offer whenever anyone walks in the door.
Oh boy. Little Mod Podge, E6000, Gem Tack 3-in-1, Fabri-Tac.
I think it's really important for people to be creative and to make things because inside, it just gives you a great feeling.
So if you're looking for some inspiration and a little nostalgia, this crafting destination is a great place to visit. And do a little shopping too. Hi. The first day of school can be stressful for kids, so make sure to ease their fears by talking to them ahead of time about what to expect. And some schools even let you visit before they officially open. Just check with your school. Next on Creative Living in our Craft Room Crash, we learn how to take something old and give it a new twist. And a school bus that lets kids use their imagination to explore the world of science and art. Comic-Con in San Diego is always a fun destination to see or meet your favorite comic book heroes. But now, collectors are lining up to get their hands on Funko Pop dolls. Check out this trend.
Funko Pops is a vinyl toy made by the company Funko. Pretty much anything you can think of, Star Wars, any Disney property, Funko does these figures. They're called Pop Vinyls, and they pretty much make every character you can think of. I have probably close to about 600 of them. My Pop Price Guide value on them is probably, I'm close to about $55,000 on my collection. The Simpsons are my favorite set. As far as my most expensive Pop, it's actually Notorious B.I.G. Metallic from San Diego Comic-Con, and that one's probably about $2,500 right now. It goes back to the nostalgia portion of it. So when you look around, I mean, you look at Captain America, you know, Willy Wonka, the Green Lantern, Dumbo. I mean, that just brings you to a place when you were that kid or that TV show, and you just feel that happiness inside. There is a big community. Funko, they bring all these people together with common interests. Welcome to San Diego Fanatics Summerfest 2018. Yeah! I'm hosting San Diego Fanatics Summerfest 2018. We're gonna have some games too, so make sure. It is just all San Diego Funko collectors from all over the county just coming here and having a good time. Through Funko, I've met so many friends that I'm really tight with. Not only here in San Diego though, like worldwide. One of the biggest advantages we have as San Diego Fanatics is that San Diego Comic-Con is the biggest Comic-Con convention in the world. So that is a huge event for Funko.
Happiest line in the Comic-Con right here.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for this one.
I know.
We have over 70 exclusives here at Comic-Con this year, which is crazy. This is the place where people come, and the exclusives are a big part of why people come to Comic-Con. And we throw a party every year here at Comic-Con where we have a couple thousand fans just having a great time, being together. They get some free stuff from us. They're amazing. We have the best fans in the world.
And I'm so appreciative for Funko, putting out this product and bringing this community all together, and like all these friendships and stuff that I've made, and it's amazing. It's a good feeling.
We're back with nutritionist and author Patty Milligan. And Patty, you have some really great healthy food ideas for our kids. So let's start with the family that is so busy, they don't have time to stay home and make these snack foods for the kids at home. They want to grab and go.
Right, and now we really have some food manufacturers that have listened to us. They want things without a lot of extra preservatives and junk in, but also can be very quick. So I love the three that we showed here. One is smoothies. So it's a grab-to-go smoothie, which has just the right ratio of that energy from carbohydrates, but a good staying power of protein. And then energy bites are a great snack, so they just look like little round balls. And then lastly, you can actually make your own gorp, where you add a little dried fruit and a little nuts and maybe even a chocolate chip or two. But now we have companies that offer it ourselves.
Let's move on to some of the items we already have at home that we could create snacks with.
Perfect. And I think we don't know a child or even maybe an adult that doesn't like to dip. So really get creative with that. And the three that I found to be popular are like hummus or garbanzo bean dip, guacamole or avocado, and then black bean. And then combining the vegetables, I tried to choose ones that had a little bit of sweet to them. So beets and sweet potatoes that you can roast at home, slice them quick. And then pea pods and jicama for raw.
I love this too because these are the actual vegetables that you have roasted.
Yes.
And they feel like chips and dip. You're getting that salty, you're getting the sweet, and so you're getting that savory effect, and the kids love that. Let's talk about our picky eaters.
Yes.
They don't want to eat what mom's making.
Exactly. And that's a challenge. It really is. But I really hope the parents take heart that it takes 8 times for a child to truly reject something based on taste. So the thing is, I think we give up so early, and rightfully so. But install what we call a no thank you bite, where you just really say, okay, that's fine. If you don't like it, just take one no thank you bite and move on.
Right.
Or if you can tie that food to one of their superheroes. Oh heavens, the Incredibles would eat that, or a dinosaur would eat that. Sometimes that changes the picture
more likely
too.
to eat it. And then I also think it's fun. Here it looks like you're playing with your food. You're giving it a little face and a little character.
Yes, exactly. And the first one is just very easy. I'm sure most parents recognize the hungry caterpillar, and you can really just start with any kind of cracker or bread and then put whatever mixture you want. In this I just did kind of a natural turkey, cheese, cucumbers for their little legs, and the little goat cheese, so that again you get just things that provide a little extra protein.
I love that. And I'm seeing here you're using the rice cakes and you're putting some ingredients on to make faces so everyone can make their own face.
Exactly.
My favorite's got to be the cars.
Oh, good, right.
Yes.
And I'm really hoping that, I know you're very good at crafts.
I love this.
So
What do
you
we do?
basically just take, and I did a jazz apple because I think their flavor is good. And so this is the body of the car.
Okay.
And then you just take some of the toothpicks, and you, obviously for the front wheels, just slide it straight through.
I go all the way through.
Exactly. And for the back, the same thing.
Oh, how fun is this?
And then you can choose to make grapes, or this is actually burrata or mozzarella cheese. And there you go, you're already making a car. We do know by research that kids that make or are involved with food, they eat more of that food. So if you can get kids comfortable with making it, they're more likely to eat it.
So what's a takeaway we can use as our kids head back to school?
Well, don't make it complicated, and maybe think of color when you're grocery shopping, because that invites a lot of healthy nutrition in.
I love that. Great information, great ideas. Thank you so much. Remember to think of color. Thanks, Patty.
Thank you.
We've got a lot more to come on Creative Living, so stick around. In our Craft Room Crash, a painter uses his talents to turn old barnwood into home decor. And looking to make new friends in the school year, a DIY craft that will help break the ice. He's a picker, he's a painter, and he's the star of this month's Craft Room Crash. Let's meet the man behind Con Man Painting. This is Craft Room Crash, and I'm in Blackstone, Illinois, outside DIYer Steve Connor's house. Now, he says he's a barnwood hoarder, and that garbage day is his favorite day of the week. So let's go crash his craft room and find out what Steve is making today.
Jane!
Hi, Steve.
How are you?
I'm good. Where's the craft room?
Not here. It's in the barn.
The barn?
The barn.
Oh, boy. Let's go. This is your craft room.
This is it.
It's very manly.
My craft room is in our family barn. It's been in our family for 100 years.
There's just a lot of stuff in here, Steve.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
It's so much fun to look at. It's very industrial.
I paint signs in here. I create. I go through my junk in here.
And your little workspace over there that looks really pretty too.
Pretty. But it's a second home for me, and I love doing what I do out here. My wife doesn't know what's back here.
I do now.
I get a rush out of it. It's like a junk endorphins.
There's a mannequin in there.
There's a mannequin, a couple of them.
There's windows in there
Today we're making barnwood signs.
out of old barnwood.
It's just an easy project, and I think a lot of people could do it if they wanted to.
Let's go.
All right. First we're gonna pick out some barnwood.
So just like this.
Yep.
I see that it's still got some dirt on it.
It's got, you want to call it dirt, it's dirt. We're going to cut it to size, frame it with other barnwood.
Whoa, that's so cool. Wait, I'm
Knock
doing
yourself out, yep.
it? Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Perfect. When we get that together, we're going to lay out our design in chalk. We're going to put living down in here.
Yeah.
We will fill in the chalk with paint.
Do you have to be an expert sign painter to be able to do this?
No.
Okay, so this is done. It's got to dry. We're gonna put yellow over the top, and then we decided the teal so it matches my shirt.
Yep. Let it dry, wipe the chalk off, and we'll have a finished product.
This is so amazing. Thank you so much for having me in your craft barn.
Thanks for coming.
Can I come back?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. I'm gonna let her, and you're gonna want to hire me.
All right.
I already know it. Thank you. Thanks so much to Steve. Now we all know how to make a barnwood sign, and that's what Steve is making in his craft room. What are you making in your craft room? I'll see you next time. Okay, I don't think I would change this a bit because it's really great. Can I have it? A science lesson that includes arts and crafts? Sign me up. All aboard the STEAM bus.
In Avondale Elementary School District, we are committed to having our children grow as thinkers, problem solvers, and communicators to pursue their future without limits. We wanted to get beyond the textbook and get beyond the conversations in the classrooms and have our kids be able to truly engage in STEM and STEAM opportunities. Rather than put it into a classroom, let's put it on a bus and bring the bus to our kids. And so the Mobile STEAM Lab is a perfect opportunity to bring STEM and STEAM experiences to our children anywhere they are. We have activities that students can do individually, they can do them in small groups. We have iPods, we have physics games. Kids are playing. They're having these incredible revelations about the things that they're learning. It's an immediate magical response. They're actually able to say, okay, I learned about this in school and now I'm seeing a different application where they can actually do it with their hands. When we were making the point about connecting the arts into our STEM lab and make it a STEAM lab, we wanted to ensure that our children saw the direct connection between the arts and science and technology and engineering and math. Making those connections that really, if you look around you, you can experience every single day. All of this can happen because we can bring the STEAM lab to them. When they see this blue and white bus coming down the street or parked in the parking lot, they know it's going to be a great day of learning and an opportunity that they may not have been able to have. We're just incredibly thankful to be able to bring this to our community.
I just love how creative those kids were about science. Here's what's coming up. Break out the bling. I have a new use for an old t-shirt that will send you to the head of the class. here's a new twist on an old favorite. Remember those braided friendship bracelets? Well, they are so last year. Why not upcraft an old t-shirt and a few sparkles into this year's latest trend in friendship bracelets? You'll need old t-shirts, gemstones, fabric glue, scissors or your Kai rotary cutter, and a cutting mat. First, cut strips of the t-shirt material about 12 inches long and a ½ inch wide. Glue the gems in the center of the fabric band. Now get creative with your color and placement. And don't worry, the fabric glue dries clear. And using your rotary cutter, cut fringes into both ends of the band. Using your Kai rotary cutter makes it such a simple job. It's got 2 speeds, heavy duty and for lightweight fabrics, like this. It's got a great grip, and it works smooth every time. Tie it around your best friend's wrist, and there you have it, an updated version of a friendship bracelet. These trendy, upcrafted friendship bracelets are so much fun. They're so easy to do. Your kids are gonna love them. You're gonna wear them. Even your husband's gonna want one. I mean, everyone's gonna want to be your friend. Okay, I want to thank Patty for all of her great tips on how to make going back to school a healthy and fun time for all the kiddos. Did you know 1 in 6 kids face hunger issues every day in this country? It's called food insecurity, and it's heartbreaking. But we can all make sure children have access to nutritious food. It's as easy as donating to No Kid Hungry. The group is supported by parents, teachers, chefs, and community leaders. Check them out. Your donation of even a few dollars will provide meals for children in need. Just head to their website for more information. Thank you so much for joining us on Creative Living. I'm Jane Manzuris, and I'll see you next time.